horse to the old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Asthmatic black, got the boots and black to match. You can whip your horse, you ride it on the horse. No. Better about that horse.
What in the southern fried fuckery is going on this here Friday? Somebody needs to tell me. Somebody needs to tell me what the hell is going on, because right now we are going through Dramageddon 2.0. A subscriber turned around to me and even turned around and said it was Sistergeddon. We have a Sistergeddon on our hands. I'm not quite sure how I'm meant to feel about that. I'm going to keep calling it Dramageddon 2.0 because as long as Gabriel Zamora is still out here opening his goddamn mouth on situations that do not concern him, screw, it's a Dramageddon 2.0. And I'm here to collect my check, bitch. Straight after this intro.
Most of these bitches is petty, 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 petty. Most of these bitches is petty.
Bitch! Yes, it's your girl Petty Paige back at it again with yet another video for you hoes. Now you're probably wondering why on earth I am sitting down. Just to give you a quick disclosure before we get into today's video, I'm sitting down because baby is dropped. They've dropped down into the lower pelvic region, meaning that they are sitting comfortably on my bladder, meaning that when I do stand up, every 2 seconds I have to go to the toilet, which is not very good for filming. So for that reason, I am currently in the nursery that is like half decorated. So if there is a bit of an echo, I do apologise. But when Tati came through with receipts, timestamps, cash and credit, ticketed resources.
If that's the playing field that we're on and I have to go there, just know my receipts are like stacked thick.
And said to all of us that she was going to be making a video. I knew that something was going to pop off, but I didn't know if what was going to pop off was going to be anything like what has actually popped off. So if you haven't seen Tati Westbrook's 43-minute and 8-second video, literally deconstructing and destroying James Charles' entire YouTube career, I definitely suggest you go watch that first, possibly before watching my video. However, if you do want to just see the highlights or just hear my opinion, then stay tuned. Woo, girl! Okay, so basically, what happened was there has been an entire breakdown within the relationship of Tati Westbrook and James Charles. Now, I would give a 60-second rundown as to who James Charles is, but you already know who he is. And Tati Westbrook, while she hasn't actually been spoken about on this channel, I feel like she's a big enough YouTuber that I don't really need to go into who she is. They are both very huge YouTubers and booty gurus on this here platform. So basically, instead, I'm going to be giving you a rundown as to how the drama all arose. Okay, so it originally started with a video that James Charles decided to put on his Snapchat to do with the Sugar Bear Hair Company.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend 1 at Coachella, and they really helped me and my friends out with sister security because it was crazy. You guys probably already know about their iconic hair vitamins, but they just came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins. And first of all, they taste so bomb. But most importantly, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety recently, and it always comes late at night when I'm laying in bed thinking, which is not fun or fresh. So I've been taking these 30 minutes before bed, and they've been really, really helping. So if you guys want to check them out, you can swipe up.
This was a sponsored post that he did, that he alluded to the notion that the reasoning for his collaboration with the Sugar Bear Hair Company was purely because they had organised security for him and some of his friends whilst at the music festival Coachella. Tati Westbrook shortly after then went onto her social media on Instagram the following morning and basically burst into tears about feeling very alone within the beauty industry, and that no matter how much effort and time time that she puts into a person, she can never really get it back.
I feel really lost, and I feel in my community especially, like I feel really lonely. And through this whole journey of YouTube, I feel like I have been someone who's been super supportive to my friends, and it's been really crap to feel like, not that you should do things to get support, but like, you know, friends should support one another. That's how it should be. And you know, when you do so much for people in your life and they not only don't return the favor, but they just don't even see you. Like, I get it. I fucking get it. I'm just so upset. I feel really used, and that's the bad part of Hollywood. Welcome to business. Everybody says what they need to say and uses who they need to use to get ahead, and I have had about enough. I've had about enough.
Anyway, so shortly after that, Gabriel Zamora then went onto his social media, on his Snapchat, and then made a rant alluding to Tati, allegedly, talking about somebody else crying on social media because of vitamins.
Like, it's 2019 and shit is still really going down around the world. In the grand scheme of it all, like, you have to really check in with yourself and really think about, like, is this really, like, a thing? Because if not, you're gonna be sitting on the internet crying over vitamins when things are really going on around the world. But I'm not one to tell you how to feel, but, you know, like vitamins.
Anyway, so at the time, James Charles was already in his own controversy surrounding the whole situation between himself and Gabe Gomez. If you remember, a couple of days ago, I actually made a video on that whole situation. I'll leave a tab to it over here or over here. It'll be on the top half of the screen. So he actually then went onto social media and left a 2-page essay on Notepad.
Because you know that's the only way that beauty gurus can make apologies nowadays.
Okay, so there's like a series of things that beauty gurus have to do. So it is the Notepad. If the Notepad doesn't work, then you go on and do a crying video, aka Law Release circa 2018. And if that doesn't work, then you make a 1-part documentary series. That is Manny MUA circa 2018. But then when you do that documentary series, only make 1 episode of that documentary series before saying, I'm over it. So I'm hoping that's exactly what's going to happen with Dramageddon 2.0. I mean, until that happens, the prophecy has not been fulfilled. As he left that 2-page Notepad situation, then a subscriber said to him, we don't care about that. Can we please talk about the Tati situation, which I'll leave over here. To that, James Charles said the following. He said, until Tati is ready and feels comfortable speaking to me in private, no, I will not speak about her in public. Well, it seems as if Tati had no time for the shenanigans and definitely would be talking about the entire situation publicly. And we were blessed with something that was bestowed unto us from Mrs. Westbrook. She decided to make a 43-minute video and 8 seconds up in this bitch talking about her relationship with James Charles and titled the video by Sister. And in that video, she basically spills all the tea, apart from one thing that I will go into, but she spills all of the tea that has been going on for the past 2.5 years since James Charles was 17, before James Charles hit the big time when he was discovered by CoverGirl and Ellen DeGeneres. So let's take a brief look into some of the things it is that she said.
Like, do you think you're better than everyone? Because you're not. Get off your high horse and have some respect. You don't have any for the people who are in this industry longer than you, and that's the sad fact. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, you know, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. That behavior is not okay. Whether you're a woman, a man, gay, straight, bi, whatever sexual orientation you are, that is your personal call, and it is not someone else's to take. It's not someone else's to play with. It's not someone else's to mess with. And how dare you laugh about it and make meme after meme and retweet and this and that and I love straight boys and make it a joke. Because this behavior is not normal, it's not okay. Cracking someone's sexuality is not an escape room. Saying to his dad that every man is a little bit gay and that there's no such thing as a straight man. And, you know, his dad's like, you're wrong, James, you're wrong. If someone who is very masculine and has been with women decides that they're bisexual, that they want to explore, that's fine, like, so be it. But again, it's just like, it's not yours to take. I don't think marketing sleep pills to children is like a good idea at all. I would never do that ever in a million years. And that's why at the Halo launch, I got so emotional.
If it is creating content that we are all emulating right now, James Charles, you are changing everything. I love you so much.
I was from the pit of my guts so proud. So proud.
Okay, but here's the thesis, right? Here is the actual tea. She then goes on to validate some information, which, by the way, I already turned around and told everybody I done knew, and I knew it from my actual heart, right? I knew that something was incorrect. I knew that there was like some kind of predatory situation that was going on with James Charles. And a lot of people turned around to me and said, no, Paige, you're wrong. You can't make assumptions. Well, I am glad that it has been validated today. Thank you, Tati Westbrook. Because she went on to talk about a situation where she had an event at her home, I think it was her birthday dinner, and James Charles was being extremely inappropriate, talking about very explicit sexual things that he would like to do to a waiter. And then when she turned around and said to him, hey, James, you know that waiter's straight, right? He goes, it doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity.
And you did it at my birthday dinner. And I made excuses for you then. You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. So freaking gross. And you said that in front of my family, in front of my childhood friends. I had to call every one of them up the next morning and apologize on your behalf because it was so uncomfortable.
Okay, first of all, Count Cuntingham, why on earth do you believe that you are a celebrity? You are not on that level. This is why I said in the last video that I made about James Charles that he is like Jesus Christ. That's why I don't call him James Charles anymore. He is Jesus Christ because that is the level that he thinks that he is at. He thinks he is like prophet level with his ego. About that whole entire situation, she then goes on to say that he's hypersexualized on his channel. Now, whilst I agree that with a demographic of his level being 12 to 14-year-olds predominantly, he is also a 19-year-old guy. Therefore, should he pretend to be less sexualized than he actually is? That's a whole entire different discussion and not something that I would like to impart my personal opinion on, because I'm a grown-ass 27-year-old woman. I will talk about whatever the fuck I want because I'm grown. I'm grown and my audience is grown. So that's not something I've had to personally go through. Talking about hypersexualization, if you saw my titties, I'm sorry since I've been pregnant, but these guys are amazing. Another thing Tati talks about is a situation where she went to Jackson Hill's launch party, and after the launch party, her and a couple of other people decided to go back to Tati's house. And she said that things were said in that room, things were said at her dinner table that she cannot unhear. And it's just so interesting to me that she was able to talk about his hypersexualization, the way that he spoke in front of his family members, the fact that he was talking about sexually explicit things to a waiter, the fact that he pretends to be the victim in certain situations when he has been extremely predatory towards somebody who is not gay, who identifies as straight. It's so funny to me that she was able to be so open about a lot of things, but that one situation that she spoke about at her dining table after the Jaclyn Hill launch, that one situation she was unable to speak about.
You know, we had a mini falling out after the Jaclyn Hill launch party. Everybody was over at my house. We were all talking. Things were said that I cannot unhear. At my dining room table. I cannot unhear it. When I confronted him on it, he cried, he apologized. I have so much empathy for people and I really want to see people grow and step into themselves. And I'm more the person to ask like, well, what made you feel that you needed to do XYZ? Like what happened to you? Or like, why do you feel like you need to do that?
This is a personal idea of what it could possibly be. But it seems to me, allegedly, maybe, possibly, that it could have been something that was racist. And I'm saying that openly now. And the reason that I'm saying that is because why would she find it so uncomfortable to speak about what was shared at that dinner table? The fact that she had to call him on it after the situation and he cried about it lets me know it's gotta be something so serious. Out of everything that she was able to speak about, why did she not speak about that? That leads me to believe that whatever it was is racist, and I think that, listen, Tati is a very smart woman. I think that she is a lot more calculated than people are making her out to be. In this situation, I don't think she's a total victim. And because of that, in my head I'm thinking, was that like a semi-threat? Because she also says that she has receipts stacked.
If that's the playing field that we're on and I have to go there, just know my receipts are like stacked thick.
So if she has receipts stacked and she's saying, you know, this whole situation was set at my dining table that I cannot unhear, maybe she's ready to release the information of some racist behaviour or racist activity that James Charles has partaken in. It's just an idea, it's just a thought. I don't know whether it's the truth or not. This is just my alleged opinion. But it does look suspect because everything else she was able to talk about, and she spilled a hell of a lot of tea today. So why not that? Why not that piece of tea? What was so bad that he said at that dining table with friends and colleagues of yours after the Jaclyn Hill launch party that was so huge that you couldn't talk about it on your channel? That's got to be something big. That's got to be hugely career destroying. And especially since he went through all of the shenanigans after the Ebola scandal that happened in 2017, it could quite easily be something that could be career destroying for James Charles. Going back to all of the predatory actions of James Charles, it pretty much validifies literally everything that I said about the whole situation with him and Gabe Gomez. Because a lot of people turned around and said, he's not so innocent too. And here's the thing, as a drama channel, you hear a lot of things through the grapevine. I've heard a lot of things through the grapevine. And I know personally from other drama channels that I've spoken to and interacted with, because I am friendly with a lot of those people, I hear a lot of things. And one of the things that I heard was when the whole situation between Gabe Gomez and James Charles had happened, that the information that was being fed to the particular drama channel was from James Charles himself. So it was not surprising to me that when Tati Westbrook then turned around and said that James Charles wanted to do damage control and didn't really care about their friendship, it made sense to me because I know for a fact that James Charles was feeding information to drama channels.
I knew that I needed to talk to James, and I was planning on hopping in my car and, you know, sitting down with him, but I changed my mind very, very quickly when I found out that he had been giving his side to drama channels. He had been in contact with plenty of them. I immediately knew that this was all about damage control and had little to do with his care for me, because I just don't think that he does.
Now this pissed me off at the time, and it wasn't something that I wanted to talk about until somebody else validated it, and I'm so glad that she has, because now I can talk about it. But this pissed me off because there is one person who has had the most to say when it comes to drama channels, being literally like the succubus, like the freaking culture vultures of the community, of the YouTube community. And he always speaks so unfavorably of drama channels, when essentially all we are is just people with opinions sipping tea and sharing our thoughts on situations. Yes, we are pretty much the new media on social media, but if you're gonna feed information to drama channels, which is great business for us, like I'm not complaining, you better do the damn thing. But in turn, don't turn around and then call all drama channels scum, that we only perpetuate drama and make things worse for people, etc. Because when it was used for your personal benefit, when it was something that implicated you, that you felt the need to speak on and you needed help with, who were the first people you decided to talk to? It was a goddamn motherfucking dirty, scummy, rat, snake ass drama channel. And that's a real tea, James. So what's the tea? Do you like drama channels or do you not? Do you think we are the scum of the earth or do you not? What do you think of us, James? Because when you needed help, when you needed people to help you out with your personal situation, with your predicament, when people were turning around on social media calling you a predator, when your friends from high school were leaving posts saying that you have not changed a single bit and you were exactly the same person you were back in high school, trying to turn straight people into gay for your personal sexual gratification and benefit. The first people you turned to for help was the goddamn drama channels. Now sip on that tea, bitch. Tati then goes on to talk about James Charles's mother. Now, a lot of people will know this. There's been a bunch of drama videos about it. I think Nick Schneider made a video about it. The whole situation was that James Charles's mother then decided to like, comment, and say a bunch of stuff on social media in regards to Tati, saying how disappointed she was that Tati made such a situation so public. Well, it seems as if Tati had a clap back for her too. Yes, Mrs. Charles, you are not immune for catching these hands too, ho. This is what she had to say. Roll it.
You know, Christy, you grabbed my hand and you said, you know, thank you for looking out for my boys. Like, keep looking out for them. And I have. And, like, I'm handing that back to you. Like, you need to not be on Instagram liking comments and sharing with people that you're disappointed that I'm upset. You need to be not on Instagram. You need to be here in LA because your boys need you.
I feel as if the way that Tati has articulated herself by saying your children need you, and as a parent you need to be here for your child, I genuinely feel like there was no malice intended, that she really did just want to say, come out here and look after your boys. Because I'm holding my hands up and saying I'm done. Okay, so after everything, after all is said and done with this whole Tati and James situation, the one thing that I have to say as a personal critique to Tati Westbrook is the fact that she didn't speak up until now. Now, I understand that we are all humans and it always takes a trigger for somebody to make a move, but there is something inside of me that kind of feels as if Tati Westbrook did not say anything about James Charles's behaviour, James Charles's ego, the way that James Charles has acted, the possible, alleged, suspicious, maybe petty Paige's personal opinion of alleged racism that could have happened within her presence, his predatory actions, his predatory words, and just his disgusting behaviour in general. She never said anything until it directly implicated her. And the reason I say this is because she brought up the Marlene Estelle situation.
I think something that I'm really, really big on is respect. And it was really hard to see the way he was treating Marlena from Makeup Geek. Like, I did not like that. I also don't think that it's cool to publicly shame a woman who paved the way. Get off your high horse and have some respect. You don't have any for the people who are in this industry longer than you, and that's the sad fact.
Now, a few months ago, a whole situation happened on social media between Marlene Estelle and James Charles. Marlene Estelle, allegedly, possibly, I don't know, is supposed to be having a Netflix documentary being filmed at the moment, showing her growth as not only an influencer, but also as a CEO of a company, the company being Makeup Geek. James Charles got pressed for some reason, and there was a whole drama surrounding that, and he was rude and disrespectful, personally, in my opinion, to Marlene Estelle. After that whole situation, it eventually blew over, but a lot of people began seeing James Charles as an entitled little boy, the same thing that I see James Charles as presently. However, Tati said in her video that she didn't respect the way that he spoke to somebody who pretty much paved the way for influencers within the beauty industry. But at the time, Tati didn't say anything. And I'm just like, this is synonymous with literally everything that you've spoken about in your video, Tati, is that you did not speak about it until it directly implicated you and your business. If he had not done the whole situation with Sugar Bear Hair Company, would we be in this exact same situation where you were exposing James Charles? Would we be in a situation where you felt the need to speak on him and his behaviour and his character as a whole? Or would it be something that you would have remained silent on? That is a question that I have for Tati Westbrook. The second question that I have is, what the f*** was said after that Jaclyn Hill launch? What was said? What was said after that Jaclyn Hill launch at your dinner table that you cannot unhear? That is going to drive me crazy not to know what was said that evening. Because whatever it is huge. Now, I don't know whether that was like a throwaway threat to James, as in, come for me, bitch, and see what happens. Or whether it was just something you didn't care to mention. But whatever it is, I want to know, because I will not rest until I know what the hell was said that particular evening. As we all know on social media, James Charles' social blade has been dropping significantly. The last time I looked, James Charles was losing subscribers, 50 to 70 subscribers per second. An insane amount of subscribers to lose in such a short period of time. But anyway, with that being said, tell me what it is that you guys think. What do you think about Tati Westbrook making this video? Are you like, finally, bitch, I'm so glad you called him out? Or are you kind of somewhat on my same wavelength of the fact that, why are you only speaking about it when it implicates you? In order to be a good person, surely you should be speaking about things as they arise and not because it's a situation that you're personally involved in. But that's just my personal opinion. Tell me what it is that you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, if you don't, I don't give a shit anyway. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification with the bell so that you guys get a notification every single time the Petty Paige posts new content. I personally think this whole situation is crazy, is mad. I'm glad Tati spoke, but I do question the motivation behind why she is speaking. But that is just my personal opinion, and don't take my opinion for it, because I'm just petty. And I'm still pregnant, god damn it. I hate this shit. Love you guys.